Welcome back, students and others, to this video with me. Let's take a look at LanceBoxX concordance software and specifically the keyness analysis function or the keyword analysis function. So if you come into LanceBoxX, here I am. I have already uploaded a Jane Austen corpus, just 6 novels by Jane Austen in TXT file I got them from Project Gutenberg, and I have them up in here as a corpus. Now, there's a couple ways you can get to the tool, the keyness analysis tool or the keyword tool. If you click here and it doesn't respond, like right now it's not responding for me. If I just go over here to any of the 3 other corners or sides and I click on that plus sign on the right-hand side of my screen, for example, and I click that plus sign, the bottom one there, words, this is the words tool, has a W in it. It opens up this words pane. I'm going to shut down the concordance pane, which is the default pane that opens up when you open up LanceBoxX. Anyway, here I have words. If you had not done this previously, it would ask if you want to compute terms. What is it called? Compute frequency terms. I'm not sure the exact phrase there, but compute something terms. You say yes, and it creates a frequency list like it has here. So that's cool. It's a classic frequency list with the frequency of each word and the range, that is the percentage of the corpus parts that this word occurs in. So the word "the" occurs in 100% of the corpus parts, which you would expect it to. But what we want to look at here is with this icon, this little key icon right there. I'm circling with my cursor. Looks like a little key. So if you click on that, then ask for a reference corpus. Now our target corpus is the one we have loaded up right now, which was Jane Austen. Our target corpus will be something else. So let's grab Mark Twain. I have 4 novels by Mark Twain on my hard drive that I previously loaded up as a corpus in LanceBoxX. I'm going to use the whole corpus. If I had previously created, one second. Okay, there we go. Sorry. If I had previously created subparts of this corpus, those would have been available here as well, but I just have the whole corpus. So this says this reference subcorpus needs to have the relevant list of terms pre-computed. It says compute term lists. So I say sure, go for it. And I say go for it. Okay. And it's going to create a frequency list. This may take a minute or two to create, depending on the size of your corpus, right? It could take longer or shorter. And good. So it's creating a terms list, which is a frequency list. And then we'll look at then it will use those to do the keyness analysis calculation. Well, that's pretty quick. Okay. Okay, so here we have the keywords of the Jane Austen corpus as the target corpus or focus corpus, and Mark Twain as the reference corpus. So here we have the word Mr. in the focus relative frequency, that is Jane Austen. It's not displaying it. If I zoom out, would it display more of that header? Yeah, it does display more of the header. Maybe harder to see for you on this video, but it says focus, rel, freak, I think relative frequency, Jane Austen, reference, relative frequency, Mark. Let me just zoom back in to make it easier for us to see here. Good. There we go. So Mr. occurs that many times in Jane Austen, not many times in Mark Twain. I believe, yeah, relative frequency, I assume that's a normalized frequency. And there are several metrics over here on the far right, the right half of this screen. It defaults to sorting these keywords by what's called simple math. Simple math, let me jump back over to, if I can get it quickly here. Let me pull it over here so we can see it. This is their documentation. This is LanceBoxX's documentation. And there's a keyword there. And they mention in here, I wonder if I can zoom in a bit here. Yes. Zoom in quite a bit more. Anyway, they mention here that the statistical technique of keyword analysis was originally developed by Mike Scott in '97 and was implemented in Wordsmith tools. Cool. It relied on corpus comparison using the chi-square test or the log likelihood test. As Kilgariff pointed out, the chi-square test and log likelihood test are not entirely appropriate, and he or she, I don't know this person, implemented what is called the simple math procedure, which is a simple ratio between relative frequencies of words in the 2 corpora we compare. So anyway, that's just a long way to say they default to the simple mass, but they have log likelihood here. So if I wanted to sort by it, I could click on it and it would resort the keywords in Jane Austen with Mark Twain as the reference corpus, but using the log likelihood metric there. And so we get her and apostrophe T, she, Tom, Mr. King, etc. Here's a different measure here. So I'll just go back to simple mass. Well, it's not responding at the moment. But anyway, that's it. That's how you get the keywords. These are words that seem to typify Jane Austen when comparing it to Mark Twain, those two corpora. Okay, I mean, that is it. So again, you come into the word tool, which has a little W on the icon right there, little W. And you come into this view, and then you click on that key icon there, and then you specify the reference corpus. If you had more than one here, they would be available here, right? And you specify the whole corpus probably. And there you go. And so Mr., Mrs., Fanny, Emma, Eleanor, we're getting a lot of proper nouns in here. Character names, right, in Jane Austen's novels. But the fact that herself is so high, sister and herself right there. There's Darcy, Mr. Dawsey. Her, why is her there twice? No, herself, and got it. Anyway, it's not surprising to me that we're getting female pronouns here in the works of Jane Austen. We're comparing it to Mark Twain, right? If we want to do the reverse, we would have to come back out here and load up Mark Twain as the focus or target corpus, right? And then come here to keyword analysis and say, compare Mark Twain to Jane Austen, whole corpus, and we get other words here. So anyway, that's how you do keyness analysis or keyword analysis in LanceBox X. Thanks for joining. See you next time.